Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, September 27, 2016, 11:37 p.m. And the topic, I'm going to read something that Hillary Clinton did. This is before the debate, and I could not believe what I was hearing. Keep in mind, when I hear her voice, I cringe. When I hear John Kerry, I cringe. Reed and Pelosi, I would cringe. Or certain people that I get visibly sick at my stomach when I hear their voice because I know what's in them. I can feel it. I can hear it. And I ask someone that's a lot better than I am, why is that? Why do I get sick when I hear Obama, his name or his voice? He said, because you're going through a spiritual battle and you know who they are. I promise you that was the answer that I got. Let me tell you what Hillary Clinton said. And if blacks go with it, then they absolutely deserve the tag that she put on them. Listen up, guys. Hillary Clinton mentioned, and not only one time, not only two times, not only three times, but more, she mentioned Friday night and made it so very, very clear in reference to a young black man. What that reference stood for is that they cannot, nor are they able. This is Hillary Clinton talking about the black guy. Black. Keep in mind, there's an umbrella there. And she said, for they cannot, nor are they able to take care of themselves. So we have to do it for them. Me, if that was directed at me, that would be the ultimate insult. I don't need anyone to take care of me. But if anyone black heard this and did not speak up, then maybe they need somebody to babysit them. Mark Cuban today said it right out of his mouth. He was socialist. He said it. He said he was socialist. Here's what he said. Mark Cuban talking to one of the, and I don't remember who he was talking to. I can't, this Neil guy on Fox. Anyway, the commentator asked him twice, like, did I hear you right? And he said it, and he made it very clear. He said that he said being a socialist, you have to have the same views as Hillary Clinton. He says a little bit of capitalism is okay. In other words, he is already telling you out there, some of you, we might let you go into business for yourself. He said it. A little bit of capitalism is okay. And then he sat and told everyone how stingy he was with his money. Mark Cuban said he has never given not one nickel to any foundation since 1999. He said, I've not given a nickel to the Democrats. I've not given a nickel to the Republicans. I've not given a nickel to anyone. He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. Listen to the rerun. So when he made his money, he's got hundreds of millions or a billion, whatever he's got. He became a tightwad. He became Bill Gates Jr. He's deciding who gets to have a business, who can be capitalist and not, while Bill Gates decides, well, how many of you, I'm going to let you live. if they think like this, they're tied up in the Illuminati, and Illuminati is run by the Antichrist, by Satan. So I saw that Mark Cuban several times that he made references to that inside of a short time as he was being interviewed. And that did it. Me and him, we're done. We're over. Because another thing, the very second, if Hillary Clinton were to be elected, the very second that she says, I'm in, I do this, I do that, then you as a free country, as capitalist, you are overnight, instant, you become socialist. And then right on the tails of socialism is communism. And the communist has a socialist agenda, and that's to turn you into a slave for them so that you can do the same thing that the blacks are doing, except the blacks don't know that they're free game, they're free, sit on the watch, watch TV all day, and go burn at night, and go rape at night, go rob stores at night. That's over, guys. Read the Bible and go back and see what the Pharaoh did to the Jews. They worked a day for 1 day's worth of food, and if they didn't work, they did not get that food. This is communism. This is 100% socialism. This is what this country is. They're begging from the UN through look, we're the only ones holding them up. America. We're the only ones keeping socialism, communism out of this country. But if we were to fall, then it comes in. And it will come in, but we'll be gone first. Donald Trump, clearly, he bowed his head, accepted Christ. Now he's standing by the Jews. If we have a rapture of the church, he'll go. He'll not be left here. You guys will end up with somebody like Clinton. But Clinton won't be president unless it's by default. And that means that the rapture of the church has taken place. Look, another thing. And I said this the other day. First, I'm going to complain just a little bit more. For all those people who chose not to work, is the sit on their butt, do nothing. They're actually living the socialist agenda today. That's not working and getting, nothing but working and getting, I'm getting upset, I apologize. They're not working, but they are getting a government check while they do nothing. But one day they'll see that this monster they created will end, because if they want a check, then they're going to have to work. And the size of their apartment shrinks by a whole lot. Public transportation, no more cars. You lucky few who can buy a house will get them cheap, because the tens of thousands, or hopefully the tens of millions that were raptured, will all leave a house behind. The government will confiscate these and then charge you through the yin-yang if you want it. Now, let me tell you something. You know right from wrong. Like it or not, you know right from wrong. Nobody had to teach you. Nobody had to send you through school. You didn't have to quit school in the 3rd grade to learn this, because you were taught this while you were growing inside your mother. Okay? Now, Adam and Eve. Well, let me go here first. It was the plan all along that the Antichrist, or Satan himself, he designed this plan thousands of years ago, because God's plan was a grand plan, creating man and woman, all the angels in heaven. But Satan didn't like that, the most beautiful of all angels. And he flat out told God, I'm not going to worship God. I said, I didn't ask you to worship him. You'll serve him. I'm not going to serve him either. So when he put Adam and Eve in the garden, he told them, he said, look, you're free to do anything you want, anything, anywhere. Just don't eat of the fruit of this tree. And he made it clear to them, that's the tree that I've asked you to stay away from. But someone is going to try to get you to do this, but please don't do it. Well, Eve and Adam were about the age of 33 when this happened. Every man and woman that goes to heaven and in the rapture will become the age 33. Jesus died at the age of 33. The prime of your life is the age of 33. Everything that's going good for you in your life is at the age of 33. And God sent the angel to be in your belly with you as you were growing inside your mother to teach you right from wrong. You knew it when you could understand to read Dick and Jane. You knew at that time right from wrong. That's a fact. That's the real story, guys. And all these people that's robbing at night, burning at night, looting at night, sit on their butt all day long and let the government give them a free handout. They don't work for a living. That's this country creating the socialist agenda, which is communist, just bare bones communist, period, nothing more. If you look around the world, go on YouTube, type in and look at, go to Google Earth, zoom in 3 or 4 miles up over Moscow and do the same thing, but look at East Germany. Do the same thing in China. Do the same thing in Korea. Do the same thing in all these countries, in India, where there's so many people. Zoom in and look, see how they live. They all live in massive apartment buildings that is supplied by the government for them to live in. They don't have a choice. They can't go and buy or build a house when they don't make but $2 a day. All this is supplied by the government. Look at the internet and see all these giant buildings with tens of thousands to millions of apartments. They're supplied by the government because you work and bust your butt now at that time, and the government gets your money, but they give you so little of it back in the form of a small apartment. You have a light, maybe half of the day, maybe longer. You may have a TV, but it's going to have the local brainwashing channels on it. No more cable TV crap. Look at it, guys. That's where you're going to be if Hillary Clinton is elected. But for now, thank God we know that Donald Trump is going to be the president. But if there's a rapture of the church, you guys got Hillary Clinton, and I'm out of here. Where are you going? You going to stay here with her, or are you going to get out of Dodge? Jody Wolf Expoz.